Navajo Nation is rich in physical beauty, a vast expanse the size of West Virginia, where the Navajo people have lived for centuries. Jones Benally is a medicine man. He thinks he's somewhere in his 90s. His children, Clayson and Janita, and their children are working hard to learn from him and keep him safe.
My father is one of the most revered medicine people. I want to ensure that he will be here when we come to the other end, treating the PTSD that people will have from COVID-19.
Here, showing his grandchildren what nature provides for traditional healing. And healing is much needed. Navajo Nation has been battered by the coronavirus, with a per capita death rate higher than any U.S. state. Driven by long-standing problems, an unemployment rate roughly 3 times higher than the U.S. average, staggering health disparities. And in the richest country on earth, 30% of the homes here still have no running water. It's a toxic brew of poverty and broken promises.
My father, I've been with him and people tell him you're not welcome. There used to be signs that said no Indians or no dogs allowed. That's just part of the reality that's kind of ingrained.
Everything that people read about in our history books, oh, that's so sad that happened to the Indians, that never ended. It's still here.
Little wonder, perhaps, the pandemic hit hard.
Native Americans have the highest rates of hospitalization from COVID of any racial group in the United States.
Dr. Laura Hammett specializes in infectious diseases at the Johns Hopkins Center for American Indian Health. She says the long-standing prevalence of issues like heart and lung disease here help drive the high hospitalization rates.
This isn't a matter of race, but a matter of institutional racism that has made people at higher susceptibility for infectious diseases and kept them at higher susceptibility for many, many years.
This is not a question of race, but of racism, essentially.
Of institutional racism.
And experts worry with that comes higher risk for mental health issues. People who were already shaky, COVID-19 cannot have helped the situation.
No, not at all. Native Americans have the highest rates of suicide. It's one of the leading causes of deaths in individuals who are 24 and under. Another challenge I know has been substance abuse. I was told that some people were actually taking the hand sanitizer, mixing it with water and drinking it. Yes, it's called ocean water here on the Navajo Reservation, so some have passed away from drinking that. If you're not able to afford to buy alcohol, if there's hand sanitizer that's available and it's only $3, it goes hand in hand kind of with poverty.
Despite the odds, Navajo Nation managed to flatten their curve. But now they're worried with surrounding states facing their own COVID crises. Navajo Nation. We asked the president of Navajo Nation, Jonathan Nez, about the $714 million Congress recently provided. It's a big number. Is that enough?
There are a lot of needs, and $714 million is just a small amount. But don't get me wrong, we're grateful for the aid.
So he's proposing over $300 million.
We prepare for the future. If we can get running water to our citizens, it will help push COVID-19 off our nation and any future virus.
President Nez points out these kinds of projects have been hampered by over-regulation. Adding to the challenges now, the federal government has said they have to spend the money by December 30th or give it back. Do you think the U.S. federal government has the best interest of indigenous people at heart?
Well, the record now shows no, but I am hopeful. Of course, I think with the U.S. citizens out there realizing, again, 30 to 40% of the Navajo people don't have running water, that's unacceptable.
We need systems that invest in our people, that are not Band-Aid solutions, but really, truly invest in the strength and the resilience of our people.
Just dealing with COVID-19 doesn't solve the problem, ultimately.
No, we have to do better.
A bill is pending in Congress to extend that deadline so that they have an additional 2 years to spend the money. But in the meantime, President Nez is calling on President Trump to loosen some of the federal regulations that have made development so hard on the reservation. And President Trump, we reached out to the White House. The White House tells us they are, quote, working to put people over paperwork and to improve infrastructure. So we shall see.